Okay, we are here for the non-communication speech, and this is 5 people in attendance. We're going to, I'm presenting already, go here, and go here. Have you ever been a victim of RBF or told that you are presenting one emotion but really feeling a different way? I'm here to inform you about nonverbal communication, and we're going to learn different types and effective uses. The next time you are having a conversation with someone, you will be able to use the techniques you learned to be in a more effective nonverbal communicator. I have read and completed the assignments for chapters 1 through 13 in Understanding Human Communication by Robert Alder for Communication 101 Fundamentals of Oral Communication. Along with other outside resources on nonverbal communication, these have given me an understanding and knowledge of nonverbal communication. The key points we are going to be talking about are: what is nonverbal communication, types of nonverbal communication, and ways to effectively use nonverbal communication. First, it's important to understand what nonverbal communication is. By definition, in our textbook, from page 162, nonverbal communication is the process of conveying messages without using words. Nonverbal communication is also unavoidable because you and everyone around you is constantly sending cues, providing a constant source of information available about yourself and others. So you are sending cues that others are receiving, and others are sending cues that you are receiving. Nonverbal cues are also indistinct and hard to interpret because cues and eye contact have different and multiple meanings. Nonverbal cues can also help you manage your identity through body language. Body language influences not only how others see you, but it also influences yourself. Nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions, can affect relationships because emotional expressions are crucial to the development and regulation of interpersonal relationships. Next, we're going to explore the 6 different types of nonverbal communication. Body movements. This is posture, eye contact, facial expressions. Different cultures have different meanings behind different body movements and eye contact. The next one is voice or paralanguage. Your tone, speed, pitch, and volume all play a role. You can add emphasis or a sarcastic tone to any of your conversations. Speaking loudly can show confidence, while speaking quietly can also show low self-esteem. Your appearance says a lot about you as a first impression, and very non-verbally, might I add. So your physical attributes, your hygiene, your clothing, not just what kind of clothing, but the color of clothing that you're wearing. Yellow seems to be more sunny, bright, and cheery, while blue seems to be more relaxed. Black is more about authority, and green shows more happiness. Another aspect of nonverbal communication is touch. This is a hand five, a handshake, or a pat on the back. It's important for every human being to have physical touch for their health and well-being, but there is a very fine line that should never be crossed. And this is very vital to know to be successful in life. Space. Space is another type of nonverbal communication. This is referring to the space you're giving to somebody while you're having a conversation. Are you shoulder to shoulder? Are you an arm's length away? But space also has to deal with where a conversation is taking place. It is very inappropriate for a business meeting to happen during a funeral. Time. Time is the last type of nonverbal communication. This deals with the concept of time and urgency. If something is urgent for a boss, it's standard to stop by their employee's office unexpected. But it wouldn't be standard for an employee to stop by their boss's office in an urgent situation. They would need to coordinate a time prior. After learning the different types of nonverbal communication, we can explore ways to effectively communicate nonverbally. Settling into your body is important because this helps you be grounded and balanced. This helps bring your attention more focused as it's more focused on other things or in our head. Taking a few seconds to periodically be aware of your feet on the floor or your body on the chair is also important. You can let gravity do the work, and whatever you do next, you'll be more connected with others and it will be more authentic. Understanding boundaries, personal space, and comfort level are huge. Some cultures are okay with standing closer together while having a conversation, but others, they stand further apart. In some cultures, touching somebody's arm or giving a hug shows a sign of respect. But in other cultures, this would show a sign of disrespect or be inappropriate. Presenting yourself with a smile is also a way that you can effectively communicate nonverbally. It is simple and powerful and a way to convey positivity and approachability. It also helps build trust and establish a connection. Smiling triggers the release of endorphins and it relaxes facial muscles. It also helps you become more relaxed in difficult conversations. Eye contact is an essential skill. Failure to keep eye contact can mean that you're trying to hide something, but too much eye contact can be confrontational or intimidating. Eye contact doesn't mean that you're staring into somebody's soul and staring them down. That would be crossing into the intimidating portion of that. Using your tone of voice can also be a way that you can communicate nonverbally. Your tone of voice holds a wealth of information ranging from enthusiasm to disinterest to anger. Your tone of voice is also an effective way to amplify your message. If you want to show a genuine interest, expressing enthusiasm, use an animated tone of voice. So, for example, if somebody threw you a surprise party, you would respond with, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." And it would be genuine. That is a perfect way of using your tone of voice as nonverbal communication. Your appearance, it's the key factor and the most important because first impressions are the most important, like we've all heard. This goes from the style of your clothes to the color of your clothes, hygiene, and even your haircut. Using the color chart from earlier, we can keep in mind how colors affect the way we communicate and also how others perceive us and how we also perceive ourselves. We're going to watch a short clip and help tie this all together. Alrighty, so after that short little video, we have learned what nonverbal communication is and different types. So now you are ready to use effective nonverbal communication. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you guys about nonverbal communication. We have learned what nonverbal communication is, the different types, ways to exercise nonverbal communication, and we have also learned part of the color system of clothing too, so that helps as well. You can use what you've learned to help succeed as a nonverbal communicator throughout your communication channels. Thank you so much. Are there any questions?
Yes, Brittany, I had a couple of questions. First was what was that nonverbal skill that was the like posture or
That'll be
the
kinesthetic.
kinesthetics? Okay. Um, and my second question was I missed what the color purple meant or what it for
Purple, purple,
nonverbal.
purple. Creativity.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull that back up here for you. There you go.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. Okay.
Any other questions? Awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Bye.